the distrust between India and Pakistan. I think both countries have been wanting peace, but Kashmir, as Mr. Memon said, always has been the bone of contention, always has been a hurdle for the peace. So is there anything different this time, or is it going to be the same thing again? So Mr. Shah, go on. I think you're on mute, Mr. Shah. Oh, now we can hear you. Okay, you're there.
One moment. Now you can hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we can.
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Yes, please.
Yes, we
Thank you
can.
very much, everybody. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to people in America and good evening. I mean, good evening to them and good morning to us here, all of us in Pakistan and in India. And thank you for this lovely program and lovely initiative. As far as we go here from Kashmir, well, we can be talking for years and years together, but the problem remains there, that Kashmir is the flashpoint, and we have an issue which needs a good settlement. And without that, peace has always eluded both the countries. And we in Kashmir feel that the peace between India and Pakistan is of paramount importance to the people of Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh, and to both the countries. We have had, in the past over 70 years, we have had bilateral relations, definitely, yes, but we have not got a result. We are there where we were. Today, an initiative is being taken again. Hopefully, like Mr. Mushahid Hussain gave a very wonderful presentation, followed by Mr. Majid Memon, and called the UAE initiative. That's very good, fair and square. But one little spark anywhere, one little problem anywhere in Kashmir or near the borders, and the whole initiative goes back to zero. Now, the best would be, I would suggest, there is no other way than Indo-Pak friendship. There is no other way for a people-to-people dialogue. That is the answer to this entire problem that we are facing, both the countries. We are a nuclear flashpoint. Why? Billions and billions of dollars spent for what? It's of no use. And today, when we are reeling under COVID all over the world, we are today facing a very severe situation in the country. People are coming forward. Pakistan is coming forward. The entire globe is coming forward because it is a human issue from everywhere. So we should take this forward. If we are all human. Come on, how long can we suffer? There has to be an end to this. At both India and Pakistan, if this is taken to its logical conclusion, my God, this will be one of the areas that will prosper in this South Asia. The relationship that we can have, after all, at the end of it, we are one people. We speak the same language. And what is breaking us apart? Kashmir. As simple as that. So I would suggest, and I am also wanting to, like Mushahid Saab was talking about Atal Bihari Vajpayee, his vision. I would like to, if I am giving an opportunity to read some excerpts from the speech given by my grandfather, Sher Kashmir Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah, in 1960s in the State People's Convention in Kashmir, where Mr. Jayaprakash Narayan was the chief guest. It was based on what we are talking today. What is the way out for Kashmir? And I think it is what he said at that time in 1947. Hindu-Muslim Sikh Ittihad. That is the basis. Sher Kashmir ka kya irshad? Hindu-Muslim Sikh Ittihad. It is true It was true then, it is true today. You need Hindu, Muslim, Sikh Ittihad. That is both our countries. Without that, nothing can happen. And this initiative, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, every single person, irrespective of caste, creed, color, region, or religion, is for friendship between India and Pakistan, is for dismantling these borders, opening the borders, free access to people. And as I said, we had bilateral, what you call situations. We had the accords, Shimla, Tashkent, Agra, Lahore, declarations. But because there was no, that was between two of our countries, but the basic principles, the basic stakeholders, that is the Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Ladakhi, Bodh, Kashmiri Pandit, you have to get them on board. They are the people, they are the principal sufferers of this dispute. They have to be on board. So I would suggest a couple of things later in the program, but I would like to read this except from Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah's speech in the People's Convention. Very few points I will say, which are as important today as they were there at that time. If I am allowed by Mr. Jalali, I would go ahead with that.
Sir.
May I?
Yes, please. We want to keep it
Yes.
brief, but you can.
I will try to make it as quick as possible. I'll read it very quickly. If some people they can make the notings in this. In the friendship of India, Pakistan lies our salvation, and in their amity, our ruin. Visualize it as our main objective. Then we cannot nurse feelings of hate, either for the one or the other. We seek a solution that will give us peace. The question may be asked for 22 years, now it is 70 years now. Efforts have been wanting in finding a solution to the Kashmir dispute, where the country is not really interested. This is what the Sheikh Saab is saying in the People's Convention. UNO was started to establish peace in the world. The Kashmir dispute has continued to remain as its agenda for all these years. Were not the efforts of UNO sincerely directed towards achieving peace in the subcontinent? Possibly they were, but what is happening in the world is quite different. Every country gives first priority to her own national interest, whether that contributes to peace or not. If all had given first priority to peace and deliberated on each and every dispute with this objective in mind alone, things would have been different. We would not have been torn by so many bloody disputes. There would be no Arab-Israel nor the Indo-China war. It is the same with Kashmir dispute. To begin with, the world made a wrong assessment or was led to that. They thought it was only a territorial dispute between the two neighbors, could be solved by partitioning the area and the land between the two. Just to conclude it, unfortunately, it is neither a territorial dispute nor a division of property. Basically, it is a human problem of 5 million. Now it is almost 10 million people, and their aspirations in which the destiny of millions is involved. Their long struggle for freedom, for regaining their lost personality, and innumerable hardships faced over centuries was completely ignored, which is true even today. This approach to the problem, in his opinion, in Sher Kashmir's opinion, has led to a stalemate. India wants dispute to be resolved, which suits her national interest, and Pakistan does the same. The other big powers want this resolved, but to their individual national interest, but to suit their individual national interest. To our bad luck, these individual interests are not identical. None considers this problem from the state's people's angle, and to how these 10 million people, at that time 5 million, now 10 million people, could be relieved from the hardships on the daily basis they are facing since decades, for no fault of ours. This is what Sheikh Saab said in 1960. And this is what is true today.
Thank you, Mr.
So
Saab.
involve the people of Jammu and Kashmir with you. We will find a solution to this problem and have peace between India and Pakistan, and let Jammu and Kashmir also prosper with both the countries. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Saab. Thanks for bringing a historical perspective from the core issue. I think that has been between India and Pakistan. This is very helpful in the debate as we go forward. I'll circle back with you, but before that,
Sure.
I'd like to bring a question from for Mr.